Hello friends, welcome to your channel. So as usual, we will do a top-down analysis on the gold and the GJ. So we will start our analysis with the monthly time frame, and then we will go down to lower time frames, weekly, daily, 4 hour and 30 minutes time frame. On the 30 minutes, we will also talk about some intraday and scalping setups as well. So without wasting any time, let's get started. First of all, we are going to start with the gold monthly time frame. So as we can see on the gold monthly time frame, we have basically created a resistance. So like right now, we can see that we were finding resistance here every time in this area, but finally we were able to close, and here as well again we created a high, and after that we created a resistance by closing this candle bearish. So now we have a resistance right here, and we can see that the current monthly candle has already created a top wick, and right now we have made a move to the downside as well. Also we can see that we have support in this area, so a lot will depends upon how we get this monthly candle close. If we get a monthly candle close bullish above this support, then there is a very high probability to continue going to the upside, because we have already created a high. So if we forms a support in this area, there is a very high probability for the price to come up and fill this week, on this side. At the same time, if we get, the candle, I mean, bearish candle close below this support, so we can see that we have a clean range on the left hand side. So there will be higher probability for the price to come down to, fill this whole range. So these are the two possibilities that we can see on the monthly time frame. Now to find out more details what the price is going to do, we will go to the lower time frames. So on the weekly time frame, we can see that we have this one as a resistance, and we have this one as a support. So price is still ranging on the weekly time frame. And if we talk about the next resistance, which is right here, and if we talk about the next support, which is right here, so basically we need some kind of breakout on the weekly time frame. So if we get a breakout to the upside, there is a higher probability for the price to fill this range or the wick. Same thing to the downside. If we get a weekly candle close below the support, we have clean range on the left hand side, so there will be a higher probability for the price to fill this range until the next support, which is right here. So that is something we see on the weekly time frame. Now let's go to daily time frame to find what is happening on the daily time frame. Now on the daily time frame, we can see we had this support. So as we can see, at one point of time we had this support. We have the candle close below this support, and right now the candle closed back into the range. So right now basically this move to the downside has become a fake out, and now there is a very high probability for the price to come up to the next resistance, which is right here. And if we break this resistance, the price has higher probability to come to the next resistance, which is right here. Also we can see on the daily time frame, price is kind of making lower lows and lower highs, right? So we created a new high. So finally, if the price can come into this area, find resistance, we have higher probability for the price to come to the downside, and hopefully creating a new lower low. So that is something we see on the daily time frame. Now let's go to 4 hour time frame to find out more details what is happening on the 4 hour time frame. On the 4 hour, we can see that we had this resistance basically, and as we can see we had the candle close above, and also we have resistance here, resistance here, and then final resistance is right here. So right now I'll be waiting for some kind of a pullback, maybe to this area. And once the price come into this area on the lower time frame, like 30 minutes or 1 hour, I'll be looking to take long trades in order to not only target this area but target more resistance on the left hand side. So that is something I see on the 4 hour. Also for the shorts, I'll be waiting for the price to get a close below this support on the 4 hour time frame, and then I can target the next support, which is right here. So that is something on the 4 hour. Now let's go to a 30 minutes time frame to find more details, basically what is happening on the 30 minutes time frame. On the 30 minutes, we can see that the price is kind of bullish at the moment. And if we draw our support and resistance, we can see that this is a resistance and we have a support right here. The next resistance is right into these areas. And if we talk about the next support, which is right somewhere, in here. So basically what we are anticipating. So we can see that the price created a new high, and right now we are kind of ranging between the support and resistance. So we can see that if we get a candle close above this resistance, we have clean range on the left hand side. So I see a very high probability for the price to move to the next resistance, which is right into these areas. At the same time, if we get a candle close below the support, we have clean range on the left hand side. So I see a very high probability for the price to go down to the next support, which is right here. So that is something I see on the 30-minute time frame. So now let's go to our second pair, which is GJ. So GJ, again, we are going to start with the monthly time frame. GJ, on the monthly time frame, we can see that the price is very much bullish because we are kind of making higher highs and higher lows. So we can see that the price created a high. So price can continue going to the upside, or we can come down to basically make a pullback and find support and continue this bullish momentum on the monthly time frame. Also, if we look closely, we can also find more details. This was a resistance, and the next resistance is right here. If we talk about the support, we have the support right here on the monthly time frame. So here we can see that the last monthly candle closed bullish below this resistance. So the current monthly candle has already created a bottom wick, and we have filled the wick as we can see here. And right now the price is looking bullish to fill this range onto the left hand side. Now a lot will depends upon how we get the monthly candle close. If we get the monthly candle close same like how we see it now, then there will be very high probability for the price to fill this range on the left hand side. But again, if we close bearish below this level, then this will confirm the resistance, and there will be higher probability for the price to go down to the support, which is right here. So that is something on the monthly time frame. Now let's go to weekly time frame to see what is happening on the weekly time frame. Now let me remove these lines. So on the weekly time frames, we can see we had this resistance, and we can see that the last weekly candle close above this resistance. So there was very high probability for the next weekly candle to continue going up, which we did. So we can see the last weekly candle close with bullish body and rejection to the upside and to the downside. Now what I anticipate the next uh, candle to basically come down, create a bottom wick, and continue going up to fill this wick and go to the next resistance. That is something I see on the weekly time frame. Now let's go to daily time frame to find what exactly happening on the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, we can see that the price is kind of making bullish moves. We are making higher highs and higher lows. So we can see we created a high, higher low. We created another higher high. So we are basically in a bullish momentum, creating high highs and higher lows. And at the same time, we can see that we have this resistance, and if we talk about the support, we have this one as the support. The next support is right here, right? And if we talk about the next resistance, for that we need to go to the left hand side to find out where is the next resistance. So we can see that the next resistance is right here, right? So now let's come back to our chart. So we can see that the price is kind of ranging between this resistance and this support. So now if we get a daily candle close above this resistance, there is a very high probability for the price to go to the next resistance. Same thing to the downside, we can see that we have clean range on the left hand side. So if we get a daily candle close below this support, we have higher probability for the price to go down to the next support, which is right here. Now let's go to 4-hour time frame to find more details what exactly going to happen there. So on the 4-hour as well, we can see that the market structure is bullish because we are making high highs and higher lows. And right now there is a higher probability for the price to retest the previous high created by the price. Also, let's mark our support and resistance zone. So we can see that this one is a resistance. And if we talk about the support, we have the support right here. So now we can see that we have resistance right here, and the next resistance is right here, and then we have this one as the resistance, right? So if we get a 4-hour candle close above this resistance, we have clean range on the left hand side, so there will be higher probability for the price to come up to this resistance, and we can utilize this move on the lower time frame, 30-minute and 1-hour time frame. If you're looking for the short, because on the 4-hour time frame the market structure is very much bullish, so we will be waiting for the price to close below this support. then we can see that we have a clean range on the left hand side in that situation. So once we get a 4-hour candle close below this support, we can look for shorting opportunity to target this support on the 4-hour time frame, and we can just catch this move on the lower time frame, 30 minutes and 1 hour time frame. So now let's go to 30 minutes time frame to find out exactly what is happening and what kind of trading opportunities we can look for. So by looking at the 30-minute time frame, we can see that the market structure is very much bullish because we are making high highs and higher lows. We created a high, right now the price came down, so basically we are waiting for some kind of support formation in order to retest these highs, right? So like if we mark our support and resistance, we can see that this is a resistance and the new high. This one is the support we have. So now we can see that we already created a new high. So now if the price forms a support in this area, then there will be a very high probability, because it's already a support area. So we are forming a support in a previous support area. So there will be a very high probability for the price to come up to the next resistance. And if we get a candle close above this on the 30-minute or 1 hour time frame, again, there is a very high probability for the price to go to the next resistance, because we can see that we have a clean range on the left hand side. So there will be, it will be very easy for the price to move in this area. So that's it, guys. This was the analysis on the gold and GJ from the monthly to the 30-minute time frame. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you really did like the video, share the video and subscribe to the channel in order to support the channel and YouTube algorithm. Thank you very much. See you in another video.